following Chrisean Rock's public appearance with her 2-year-old son, Chrisean Jesus Porter, who is still unable to walk, speak, or hold his head up. Fans are concerned. Once more, the internet is involved. The warning flags are even more obvious. Now that Chrisean Rock has made another public appearance with her son, Chrisean Jesus Porter Jr., who is almost 2 years old, it's obvious to almost everyone that something is wrong. This baby is still unable to walk, communicate, hold his head up, or use his eyes to follow a simple object at the age of 2. Furthermore, since his initial online appearance, fans have been speculating about his health.
And not happy. So that was the whole, process of okay. I'm sorry. Why your feelings be hurt like that? Okay. You're not crying.
Whispers have become a full-fledged commotion due to this most recent public appearance. Let us be honest, the issue wasn't brought about today. It all started when Chrisean uploaded her first video of Junior when he was 4 months old. She was open and passionate in the video, even crying while holding her child and describing parenthood as the most beautiful thing in the world. She extolled her baby's intelligence, strength, and developing brilliance. However, viewers failed to notice that
Blueface and Chrisean Rock have a baby. Let's start making bets now. Come on now, I'm calling. I got $5,000 that Chrisean Rock and Blueface have a baby. Baby gonna be dumb in the. They not gonna have a healthy baby. I got on it right now. I got $2,000. I got a side bet that the baby don't make it. I got a $2,000 side bet that they baby don't make it. I who wanna bet? If it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be artistic. Or if it ain't be artistic,
Junior's clumsy head movements, poor eye coordination, and screeching cat-like howls were immediately criticized by online users as being inappropriate for a healthy baby. Comments started to come in from medical professionals, concerned parents, and many others with their own children. Chrisean Rock is in denial when it comes to Junior, claims a fan. He is not improving. He should be able to follow instructions, elevate his chest on his tummy, and coo by the time he is 4 months old.
Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with, what he look like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God, y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like this, bro. You know why? Because all the glory to God, bro. Like, they're gonna be looking real stupid.
Instead, she claims he can smell her marijuana out here. Furthermore, the baby kept meowing. He wasn't actually sobbing uncontrollably. He yelled, sounding less like a baby and more like an animal. Just that cry raised questions about potential neurological problems or developmental anomalies that could indicate fetal alcohol syndrome or another unidentified illness. Naturally, Chrisean's fans rushed to her rescue. They quickly dismissed the criticism, accusing the internet of being uninformed, judgmental, and rude. They claimed that even if there was a problem, it was most likely genetic and unrelated to her pregnancy, and that the child was simply growing at his own rate.
It was taking too long. It was taking too long.
What was?
The hernia.
For her to get care?
Yeah, it's taking way too long. I wasn't notified until maybe a week after she had the baby. And then I'm telling her like she sent me the picture and I'm looking like, how is this okay for you? Like,
when he posted that, I didn't look at the photo because
put my feet up, girl.
you sent him the photo because what? Like, explain.
Because it's his son, y'all. I'm like, he texted my phone about you doing this, little baby. I'm like, bro, your son is about to go under anesthesia for a big hernia. Can I just at least get a little bit, like, do you care about our son's life right now, bro? Like, this what it looks like. I'm not capping. Can you calm down? I didn't know he was.
And critics were even accused by some of posing as certified medical professionals. However, that's where the problems begin. Chrisean's pregnancy was risky since it wasn't only tumultuous. She continued to host parties. She was still struggling. She continued to drink and smoke. As if at a bachelorette party, she was frequently spotted arguing, attending clubs, live streaming, and proudly brandishing alcohol. While carrying Junior inside of her, she accomplished all of this. As if that wasn't enough evidence, in one of his now famous tweets, Blueface, the man she says is Junior's father, officially acknowledged it. "My son is not healthy because she smoked, drank, and got hit during her entire pregnancy," he stated. She was unable to take even a month off. It was evident what was being said. They were straightforward. An outspoken condemnation of her whole pregnancy. He even asserted that she smoked during the delivery and on the way to the hospital. Take a moment to consider that. Worse, rather than checking in on her baby, Chrisean went live on Instagram one evening to defend the enormous tattoo of Blueface's mugshot image that she had recently done on her face. However, there was another sound in the background. As she yelled and screamed into the phone, her infant is wailing. Furthermore, this was not your typical newborn cry. It was high-pitched, terrible, and distressing. To be honest,
You see that? And that was my first time seeing it.
Oh, God.
And it did. It crushed my heart a little bit. It did. But I love all my kids no matter what I told you, whether they slow, need a helmet, whether they got nappy hair, whether they short, funny looking. I love all my grandkids, but I ain't gonna lie. My first initial thought when I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked in his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt. But you know what I said? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. If he can laugh and he can cry and he can smile.
critics were even accused by some of posing as certified medical professionals. However, that's where the problems begin. Chrisean's pregnancy was risky since it wasn't only tumultuous. She continued to host parties. She was still struggling. She continued to drink and smoke. As if at a bachelorette party, she was frequently spotted arguing, attending clubs, live streaming, and proudly brandishing alcohol. While carrying Junior inside of her, she accomplished all of this. As if that wasn't enough evidence, in one of his now famous tweets, Blueface, the man she says is Junior's father, officially acknowledged it. "My son is not healthy because she smoked, drank, and got hit during her entire pregnancy," he stated. She was unable to take even a month off. It was evident what was being said. They were straightforward. An outspoken condemnation of her whole pregnancy. He even asserted that she smoked during the delivery and on the way to the hospital. Take a moment to consider that. Worse, rather than checking in on her baby, Chrisean went live on Instagram one evening to defend the enormous tattoo of Blueface's mugshot image that she had recently done on her face. However, there was another sound in the background. As she yelled and screamed into the phone, her infant is wailing. Furthermore, this was not your typical newborn cry. It was high-pitched, terrible, and distressing, to be honest.
Is in fact blind in both eyes, and that was confirmed by Clarissa, Blueface's mom. And I'm telling you, I had to go back and watch the video to when they was in a restaurant, because that's the first thing my mind went to. They was in a restaurant and Chrisean was trying to like feed him mashed potatoes, and he wasn't like grabbing for the spoon. He wasn't even opening up his mouth, and it makes sense now because he could not see anything. Like, it all makes sense. He wasn't even really blinking. Like, he was just straight staring into the distance. And it's just sad. Like, we all knew like something was wrong, even though she did confirm some type of syndrome that causes him to like cry like he's a cat. They did confirm that. At least Clarissa confirmed that. I don't remember Chrisean confirming anything like that. But man, I mean, like, my heart really goes out to this little boy, because his mom was definitely smoking and drinking while she was pregnant. And we all seen her on Blueface and Chrisean little TV show. We seen her on the Bad Girls Club. We seen...
The list of warning signs is endless, including a lack of social skills, Because Junior doesn't blink or track his eyes, some people even think that he might be blind. And it's not a theory that just happened. I stared into his face and couldn't tell if he was staring at me, the sky, or nothing at all. Carissa? Blueface's mother said in a heartbreaking video expressing similar worries. My heart was broken. Christian maintains that her child is okay in spite of everything. She said he was playing, walking, and doing everything a child his age should be doing in a recent video. However, a new video was available. An uncut live video of Junior. Once more, he appeared disoriented, motionless, and oblivious to his surroundings. Let's be clear. Most children can walk and even run, recognize people and objects, follow directions, communicate their feelings, and speak in simple words by the time they are 24 months old. Junior, you're still not moving, not talking, and not seeing. People are agitated as a result. Chrisean Rock really pisses me off, was the posted comment. Your infant requires expert assistance. She isn't prepared for that though, because admitting it would entail taking responsibility for your actions throughout pregnancy. This leads us to the hernia episode, one of the most terrible aspects of the narrative. Junior was suffering from a painful and potentially hazardous condition, a visible hernia. Blueface also claims that Christian postponed his procedure. She dragged her feet, skipped follow-ups, and missed appointments. Blueface was even compelled to act after disclosing the hernia on social media. Yes, he publicly humiliated Christian and improved him as a mother by posting a picture of his child's condition online. However, he said that it was taking too long when asked why he published it, which just made matters worse. It wasn't until a week after his birth that I learned. When I saw the picture, I couldn't comprehend why she found this acceptable. Besides, she acknowledged sending him the photo, but said she was unaware he would distribute it. Can I just get a little break? She said, you're texting me about drama as your son is about to be put under anesthesia. For example, are you concerned for the life of our son? They're fighting. Both are claiming that the other is inappropriate. A newborn who didn't request any of this is sitting in the center of this battleground. The mother of Blueface has had enough. In a different video, Carissa candidly and openly shared her first impressions of her grandchild. I was unwilling to accept it. Seeing him in that restaurant broke my heart, even though I believed the internet was exaggerating. The spoon was not in his grasp. Not even his mouth was opening. We now understand why he was blind. He had no sight. That infant requires help. Millions of people are currently missing every milestone, staring into space and listening to a newborn cry out in agony at every opportunity. His mother continues to insist that he is doing well. This youngster needs care in the end, regardless of the blame, the drama, the tattoos, the drugs, the parties, the fights, and the darkness. Medical, developmental, and professional assistance. And the longer this continues and the more Cyprian fights against it, the more harm is done. For Junior's future and physical health. It's your time now that we've discussed everything we can. What are your thoughts? Is there anything Chrisean denies? Is Blueface taking advantage of the circumstance? Above all, who's actually watching out for Junior? Tell us in the comment section provided. Make sure you watch the next video because the baby deserves more and the drama in this narrative is real.